What up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in. What happened to that stuff there? There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Having problems with my audio, but I just wanted to remind you guys about Operation Free Phoenix 420. Just go ahead and search that hashtag on Twitter. Make sure you guys, spread the information. Try to do what you can. See what you can do, to try to spread the information about him. Anyways, the reason why we're here is I'm just kind of, rolling out the docs. You feel what I'm saying? Right now, it appears that there's a bunch of shills out there that are basically selling the narrative of the elite amongst the anonymous collective, particularly in this video. You'll see just one identity unveiled as the guy or person on Twitter is trying to basically say Pl0x, and that's the only argument. There's no argument about any of the facts we're presenting. I mean, this guy right here that I'm showing right now, shill, straight shill. We'll get into that a little more. This guy sold himself online for money. All of his basic activist antics or morality have been sold for money. And this is how it all started. Right here is the webpage that you see a post. We'll read it together. The man who lives under the Twitter handle Anon to Earth is like many people in the United States. He and his partner go to work. They work full time. They have a child in school. And life is very expensive. Not just for you. Okay, not just for you. Let me just say that now. They live in Illinois. Okay, cool. Well, life is very expensive, for everybody. Not just motherfuckers in Illinois, or for Anon to Earth, or Anon to World, or Yan, or your Anon News, whatever the fuck you want to call this guy. Okay? But here he proceeds to talk about a mortgage for a home that they bought a few years ago, okay, before this post. And this is, no argument here, okay, pertaining to this post from Anon to World or Anon to Earth on Twitter. So again, back to this. There's a mortgage for a home bought years ago, and as in many places in America, renting in their area has become probably expensive. Expensive for everybody. Things slowed down at work. Okay, deal with it. There was a layoff, deal with it. And a new position with lesser pay, deal with it. Just deal with it, right? That's your problem. I got money problems all the time, don't get me wrong, but you don't see me shelling out my massive following. Not that I have one, but for somebody who's got 14,000 followers on Twitter, and then you got over 1 million your Anon News, right? It's just convenient that he could post a court document on a website begging people to donate money. I don't see anybody else doing this, okay? And for anybody that follows this guy, okay, how can you support that? Begging for money, okay? Plus the guy's supposed to be anonymous, okay? And in a nutshell, wants to complain that people found his identity, or maybe wants to post a court document, but he's supposed to be anonymous. Well, we'll just black out some of the information. Come on. Use your brain. Obviously, you have one. You're human. Though it may not be as big as others, but, I mean, this document right here is the blacked out document, or the blacked out version from the website. Okay, in the description of this video, I'll post the link to that very website where you can find the post, you can find the document in the format that they posted it. Okay, as you can see here, the blacked out stuff, we highlighted it in red with a box around it. Okay, there is a time above the one on the right. Okay, and there is a time inside the red one. Don't get it confused. The one we're focused on is the one inside the red one. Okay? So this is basically a Circuit Court of Cook County, Illinois document from the Department of Chancery, right? The division that handles basically the foreclosures on mortgages. This is the summons. Okay? Let's move on. Okay? Let me show you this. I go to the county of Cook County. Okay, Cook County's website. You can actually go there and search all their, you know, archives for documents and stuff, what have you. Oh, lo and behold, what do we have here? It appears to be a document. Hold on, I think I got it. Okay, well, let me get that loaded in here. 1 second. All right, now we're in business, right? Let me just situate this here for us so we can read it a little better, okay? Now, unfortunately, it's not the same document. I mean, essentially it is. But it's basically just a reprinted version in their archives. Again, you can go to the Cook County's website, and you can actually search their archives for the document, okay? And it's obviously got a case number and everything on here. Again, all this information is on our website, unknownonline.me. Okay, you're welcome to go ahead and shoot on over there to the docs section, and this is definitely posted in there. Okay, so what I want to show you is this, okay? Let's see here, where is it at on here? Okay, on the left, in the red box, it says court time, court room, and the date. Let's correspond that with the other one, the other version here. Alright. Well, I hope you guys can see that okay. Alright. So on the right, we have the court time in the right red box. I have to move it a little more. Okay. With the date, you know, all that very important stuff. We're trying to basically match the data, right? Anybody with a brain can do this. go to the website, Cook County's website, and get the document yourself. I urge you to. Okay? So you can compare it yourself. As somebody who seeks truth, or anybody, I would assume you are because you're watching this, I urge you to do it. Okay? Because he's saying that that it's a fake dox, that it's not him. Okay? And that he wants to contact the person in the photos, or whomever this is that's not him, right? And try to get some sort of defamation claim happening. Well, we're not the ones that posted the court document on a website saying we need help. If anybody's gonna be defaming anybody, that's the person who used this person's court document. So I find that theory very clearly unlikely. Okay, so obviously the judge and attorney on the right. Okay, just look at the stuff under plaintiff there on the left. Okay, it's a little more detailed, you know. We go through, it says participant, JP Morgan Chase Bank, okay, and then all the actions on the left, because obviously it's going to have that because it's an archived sort of document that pertains to the actions taken on the case, not necessarily the actual document, okay. It's just basically the parse data from what they have in their database pertaining to the case, okay. The date matches July 10th, 2017, July 10th, 2017. The court time, 3 o'clock, yeah, it matches. How about courtroom? Courtroom, 2810 on the other. Wow, seems to match to me. Jeez, you know, I'm surprised that people are still shilling for this. I mean, jeez, like, wow. Alright, well, moving on. Alright. Well, here's defendants, okay, on the same sort of deal. We go down. Womack Amy N. Womack Michael B. Okay, now one thing I just noticed is under case activity here, where it says activity date 5/9/2017, actually matches up with the other one. Ooh. Wow. Wow. Okay, so we've got the document, right? Fucking matches. In my eyes, it matches. I mean, can't really say it doesn't. I mean, to debunk this whole deal, you gotta debunk the document. You can't. Now, if anything, the guy's doing something wrong by utilizing somebody else's document. Am I correct? I mean, I'm correct. I know I'm correct, if that is the case, but it's not the case. It's not the case. I even heard something about him supposedly having cancer, which is a lie. Big lie. I wouldn't believe a word this guy says, especially considering he pushes the anti-FA or whatever, the anti-fascist propaganda. He's pro-Trump. I mean, what kind of dissident? I know there's a lot out there, but what kind of dissident is not apolitical? I mean, if you're not apolitical, then you're not dissident, in my personal opinion. You're not an activist, because there's issues all throughout government, regardless of what side of the fence you're on. Period. Okay, well, moving on. What to say? I want to apologize for asking for help. I know we are all struggling. I wish none of this ever had, or none of us ever had to, right? Pretty sincere, right? Especially considering you lied about having cancer. We all need help sometimes, and On the Earth has been with the collective for a long, long time. Not ran by the same fucking, well, I mean this account, but I'm just saying the guy has not been what he is saying. Period. Hasn't. I don't care what you say. You better provide physical. I mean, it's not renounceable. I'm just gonna say that to be clear. Okay. I just wanted to live stream this for you guys so you guys can see in plain view all the stuff without having to really do much. And so you can troll the hell out of my YouTube channel. Because it's the right thing to do. It's free speech. And anything in this video is only strictly for research purposes, okay? Whether it's considered defamation or not, we can research anybody we want. Okay, so you can try and report all you want, but I don't think that violates the terms of service here on YouTube. Plus we're on Periscope, plus any other platform I'm restreaming to right now. Track them down. Not gonna get them all either way. And that's free speech. Thanks for tuning in, guys. You guys have a very nice day.